Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Darko and Sean show on Huobi app. We are streaming on Huobi app and also on our respective channels. So we're going to have a lot of people watching on different places, probably tens of thousands and millions on the Huobi app instead of on our channels. But we do have, I'm sure we're going to have some dedicated people that are going to be in our chat. Darko, are you going to watch the chat on Huobi?
Yes, sir.
We'll try to keep an eye on it. We'll try to get your questions and comments. I wanted y'all to know we appreciate all of y'all watching.
Oh my!
This is going to be kind of a sensitive, or I think it's a really important thing we're going to talk about. It's it's kind of a red pill thing. It's kind of I don't know. The world is a terrible place right now. It's crazy. But I wanted to talk with, especially my buddy Darko, about how things are. I think your connection's gotten a little bad there, Darko.
I'm good.
We got Sorax here. We got JDO here. Nice to see you guys. And on the Huobi app, we have, all right, 70,000 people watching. All right. That is awesome.
Let's do some shout outs, Sean.
I dropped my phone. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay.
Shout outs in the live chat box to Steve LHF, Scripto, Nazir Azra, Charles, Darum, Spider Gal, and Elba. Thank you to everybody for watching. Please smash that like button. Let us know how you're feeling in the live chat box and which country you're watching from. And if you somehow have a favorite crypto, let us know what's your favorite crypto right here, right now. Sean, stage is all yours.
Dude, how come it's always your picture on the Huobi app, never me?
Thank you everybody for watching. Please smash that like button. Maybe they like me better, Sean. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, geez, there are actually.
They got to pick one or the other.
We've got 3,333 logged in right when we got 333. Cryptoverse, all right. Spider Angel. Spider Eagle, sorry. Elvis. Hi. Welcome. Well, okay, so how you been, Darko?
Very busy, my friend. Very, very busy. Non-stop. And yourself? It's been a week since I last saw you, and how you been?
Yeah. You know, I've been all right. I really wanted to watch the stream you did with AJ. I started to. I watched like the first couple of minutes of it, and then it was long, and I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. So I went to bed, but I still want to watch it.
It was awesome, bro. It was really, really good.
Yeah,
and speaking about that, we're going to be doing that every Sunday night with AJ. So it's going to be the weekly Lazy Sunday Crypto Talk Show. All
right. So I'm there Sunday, right?
Yeah. Your Sunday morning, actually. Sorry, your Sunday morning.
I forgot about that crap.
Be like 5:30 a.m. I think, or 4:30 a.m. your time.
4:30 a.m. I do. I might be up. Crypto never sleeps, so I don't either. I've been trying to though. Actually, I've been trying to go to bed more to like at 2 a.m. And then which means I usually go to sleep about 4. So and then getting up like at 10.
Not bad. So what's this sensitive topic you want to talk about?
Well, that's the thing here, buddy. We all obviously are in crypto. We all, I assume, think it's a very important technology and creation. I'm on the World Blockchain Roundtable, which is on Dragon Chain every Thursday. Everyone on there is very, very smart. They're all builders, leaders in this space. I call them eggheads. I'm the dumb, funny guy that's on the show to kind of. And always sometimes I'm a little.
You're not funny. I'm joking.
That was a good one. Yeah. I'm a little self-conscious about it, but they're all super, super nice guys. And my, friends of mine are always like, dude, you explain things, in like ways everyone can understand. And well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because they really don't like people that are in crypto for speculation. They're all about the tech. They're all about the reason behind stuff. They're all about building. No, it's absolutely true. They're the people that like don't know anything about the price, and it hurts some projects. I'm always trying to bring people to reality. It's like, hey man, this is important to your project, because if you don't watch that and worry about that, then people in your community won't support it. And that's what you need to build any project whatsoever. But just checking the chat, make sure everything's good.
I've got it in front of me. Yeah.
We're also going to be doing a little giveaway today. So wait on that. You're going to need to go to our channels on YouTube and subscribe and make a comment. And then we'll be doing a giveaway. Or I'll be doing a giveaway for everybody. But I'm going to check the subscriptions against to Darko, so you're going to make sure to subscribe to both our channels.
And turn the notification bell on. Notification bell, very important.
Yeah, very important. Hit the notification bell.
If it works.
So, crypto was created for a peer-to-peer cash. And there's lots of, drama that has ensued from that. There's only one Bitcoin, and there's only one coin, and there's maximalists of this and maximalists of that. But I think in the past year, we have seen the truth come out. And it's been a little scary at times. But, the reason for cryptocurrency, the real reason it was created, and like McAfee said, use the damn thing. People don't use it. They need to use the damn thing. That's why it was designed. It wasn't designed to sit in your wallet, hope you make more money. It was designed for you to use it. And with the stuff that happened in Canada, with the the truckers, and it was GoFundMe and other centralized entities, where they took people's money, and then they decided whether they're going to give it to people or not.
Which makes it not permissionless. Like crypto is permissionless,
right?
But in the fiat world, it's not permissionless. You need to ask permission to get your money in these circumstances,
and they don't have to give it back. They don't have to give it back.
Yeah, whereas in crypto, you got your coins or your tokens, and you don't have to ask anyone permission. Can I please, transfer my funds? It's permissionless. That's what permissionless means in crypto, people. Just for those who don't know.
All right, I've got the chat up here side, so you can see it better. What was I saying? So people are regular people, not crypto bros and eggheads and the people in our little sphere, but regular people are using words like decentralized. And I saw like Russell Brand has been putting out so much great content, amazing content. You guys should go check him out.
I've watched a few of his videos, yeah, not for a while.
He's really talking about just centralized governments. Anytime you have centralization, it's really not good for the people. Centralized just the power and the control. It's it's what we've wanted to kind of take apart. And hold on a second. I'd love to hear a working example of how both sides can protect themselves from government. Examples of truckers how to protect
cash. That's how cash.
Well, and that's why governments and centralized authorities have always hated cash. They've hated it and hated it. And that's why the coming of these CBDCs are just the most scariest thing ever. The total trackability, the total control. You could literally be limited on what you can spend money on. They could stop you from buying cigarettes, Darko. Or they could limit you to, so much. You can only buy one pack every 2 days, or it's not. And that's not that far-fetched. It's not that hard, to believe anymore, to think it couldn't happen, because, we've seen some things, some exercises in that.
In Australia, some of the governments have been proposing for a long time, when it comes to social security, instead of giving payouts on a fortnightly basis, to give out these like top-up cards, but you won't be allowed to spend it if it was to come into place. You wouldn't be allowed to spend it on alcohol and cigarettes. So now they're controlling your spending. They're dictating to you what you can and can't buy if this system was to be implemented. But it's been on the cards for a long time. Is there something like that in the US?
No. If you have Social Security, that's your money to spend with it. And it's going to be a weird way to go, but like Germany, not only can you spend whatever you want, they give you money for prostitutes.
Really?
If you're single, I think you get extra money for prostitutes.
Is that why you've been telling me you were applying for a German passport lately?
I wish I knew that when I lived in Germany, but that's mind blowing to me. But in the United States, we have food stamps, or EBDT. So if you are a low income person, then you can get money, which used to actually be stamps. They were like they look like your money, all colorful and crap. But they were for certain denominations, and you could buy food with it. The only limitation was you couldn't buy alcohol, and you couldn't buy pre-cooked stuff. Like you can go to 7-Eleven and buy nachos, but you could buy chips. You could buy cold sandwiches, but you couldn't buy.
Why? Why is that?
Already hot. You couldn't buy the cooked sandwiches, but you could buy sandwiches you microwave there. Just weird stuff. So, but you could go buy. It's little, and it's went crazy. I mean, like my cousin, she gets food stamps. She had like 4 kids. She got like $1,200 a month, which I don't know where you live, but that's like a ridiculous amount of money to spend on food. I like cook gourmet crab, once a week, and it's I don't spend anywhere near that. I spend like $600 a month on food. But there's people, you can buy like lobster with food stamps. You can buy anything. You can't buy like medication and stuff. I personally think that there should be a.
That's
ridiculous.
There's
another thing. If you're pregnant in the United States, you can get what's called WIC, Women, Infants, and Children, or if you have kids, and you have to all these things. You have to be a, low income to get. But WIC, you get also these vouchers, which is like the old way. But you can get like milk, cheese, bread. You can spend it like farmers market, peanut butter, like real nutritional stuff for pregnant women, and then baby formula, baby food, all that kind of stuff. Which I personally think that's how the food stamp should be. I think people should be able to buy just. And the argument is that these people are broke, and it's a stigma, and we shouldn't make them embarrassed because they're poor. But I mean, when you're paying for it, if you're a taxpayer and you're paying for poor people to have food, I think we should have a bigger say. And I think it should be for people to have nutrition. It shouldn't be for people to go out and buy a bunch of hot Cheetos. It's that's a waste of my money, of our money that we pay in taxes. But that's a whole different thing. We're getting really off subject. And hey to everybody, Satoshi pays little and demands a lot of incredible mining. What does that mean? Satoshi pays little and demands a lot of incredible mining. I used to mine. I set this room on fire with my miners. So I don't mine anymore in here. But all that's...
what were you mining?
Saya. And then I just went to all... I was mining all script. At the my Bitcoin miners got a little too old. So I shut all those down, and then I had just all script miners that I would do Litecoin, or I was on different pools that would go to whatever's the most profitable. They would just go to that, like Ravencoin, Litecoin. There's a lot of script. So, hey, Jonas, QKMG, good to see you. Annabelle, hi. Astrid, hey. Annabelle, put a link in the chat. Thank you for putting a link in the chat to wherever that is. It's Huobi. So the thing about decentralization and peer-to-peer is it is 100% of the power in your hands, which is where Satoshi wanted it to be, which is where, as far as I'm concerned, I think we all want it to be. We're all proponents of decentralization. Governments, if you haven't noticed, past year, 2 years, they've all gotten really, really bold and put a lot of restrictions on us. They kept us in our house. They made us wear masks. They are talking about our personal health records, which me and Darko have talked about this for a long time. As soon as it started, in the United States, we have HIPAA, and no one's allowed to talk about your medical stuff. In the hospital, they're not allowed to talk about it like with an open door. I mean, it's so strict. And to go from living that way to living the way we were, it was very shocking. To have like a grocery store clerk want to know about my health records. The first thing I did was just, hey, do you have herpes? And it shocked people, but I would be like, it's the same thing, dude. You're asking me about my health records. You're asking me about my personal health information, and it's not your business. You're a cashier. You're not even a nurse. So governments have gotten way, way more bold and gotten in our business. And everywhere. But don't you agree, Darko? Here, I'm just kind of
talking. Yeah. No, I'm listening.
And especially from what, and I talk to you about this all the time when it was going on, Australia was like scary, the stuff that we all saw on TV. And you said it was, a little bit more sensationalized, on European TV and on American TV than it actually was. Yeah. But still, the Prime Minister said some crappy stuff, man. Cash does not work for distant transactions. Exactly. Okay. So that is where, JDO, that's where cryptocurrency comes in. It connects us all. And there are ways of doing it that aren't even connected to the internet. There's the mesh one. There's space chain. There's satellites in space run a blockchain. There's even ham radio. You can send crypto over ham radio in certain ways. So, and I think my point about this, and one of the reasons why I want to do the show is, I think those days are coming. Every government, wherever you are, every watching on the stream, all going on 4,000 of you, every government has been saying for months now that we're going to have a food shortage with the war, in Ukraine, with the huge, that's a big breadbasket of Europe.
Bro, before the war started, nobody ever mentioned Ukraine and their exports, and now all of a sudden that they're in a war. They're the most important country for our food supply.
People did mention Ukraine. Ukraine has always been a breadbasket of Europe. That is one of the reasons why terrible what Stalin did to them. I don't even want to talk about it because I'll get all choked up, and it was bad, dude. It was terrible what was done to the Ukrainian people. But they are the breadbasket. The Netherlands is the second biggest exporter of food in the world, and they're obviously, attacked by the WHO, by centralized entities that want to steer, I think personally, and this isn't Huobi, or this is my opinion. I think they want to steer us in a certain way to the most centralized thing we can have, and that's one world government, centralized one government, centralized world
with no cash,
planet, or with controlled cash. So these food shortages are coming. If you haven't noticed, prices of everything are going up, and there's not as much as there used to be on the shelves in the stores. That's real. That's happening here. It's odd.
That's because every time someone sneezes, people start hoarding products, man.
It's not really that way much anymore, man. It's not like that now. It's there's less certain things coming in, and there's also there's a lot of weird stuff, with food distribution centers catching fire. Do you know that in the past few months, there's been 3 food distribution centers in the United States that have been destroyed by planes crashing into them?
What?
The odds of that are, but that's very, very weird. There's been up, there's been fires, but 3 just where like a small plane is crashed.
That's strange.
Very. But we also have, and I don't know how it is with you, but in the United States, there's this bird flu. Well, it's all over, the world, but you're not supposed to buy eggs from farmers anymore. And people are saying the government's saying, if you have chickens, you shouldn't eat the eggs from them because the eggs can you have this disease. And my cousin, who has like 15 chickens and a bunch of ducks, and she used to just bring me eggs over all the time. My kids would never eat the eggs because they were like, I'm not eating Aunt Janie's eggs. That's gross. They would say, I want eggs from a professional. And the government is saying now that you should only eat eggs from a professional. And people believe that. Is that you or me or what? Hit your mute button real quick.
Sorry? My mute button?
Hit your mute button.
I think that is you. Where is my mute button?
Okay, we'll stop. No, it's back. Yeah, it's you. Okay. Wait, I think when you were tapping your.
Oh yeah.
I think
I've got a recovery from this cold or flu or something, and when I cough, I turn off my mic so it doesn't come on the stream. So yeah, it's really annoying.
But because I've told people that I think what's coming now with the recession, and we've talked about this collapse. Fiat currency is not any good. It's an experiment that has not been around very long. That we have this crash is coming, and it's weird to see a lot of the fruition of a lot of things that we've always talked about and told people this is coming, and now to see it all happening, it's very, very weird. But I think what is coming is that you're not going to be able to do what I've been telling people to do, is to get to know, go get out in the country, get out of the city, get out of your town, even if you live in a small town, get out of town and, find those people in the country who sell eggs, have cows and sell milk, that you're able to buy like deer meat from, private meat packers and so on. Because when there's shortages in the supermarkets, the easy ways to get it, that's going to be one of the only ways for you to get food for your family is either hunt or grow your own food. Or you just go to those local places, farmers markets, and go to farmers markets now and try to, I think, build a relationship with the farmers. Because what I think is coming is that there's going to be a lot of more regulation put on them to try to push them out, just like in the Netherlands, they're just trying to shut down the big farms. But even these smaller peer-to-peer things, the government, I think, is going to try to stop that. And I think it's actually going to create a black market where you can't use your debit card. I think that buying eggs, buying milk, buying meat or something like that from a private farmer, I think it's going to be like buying marijuana was. It's going to, or is, in, a lot of places still in the United States and around the world. Not a huge crime, but illegal. And I really think it's coming because with the egg thing now, and I don't know if you guys know who the Amish are, but they are religious, super Christian people who don't really, they're not involved with the government. And they live like it's in the 1800s, 1700s, really. They're the ones that ride around and still work in horses and buggies, and they look like the pilgrims that came to the United States way back when. But they're very not political. Even with the COVID, they were kind of left alone. But here in the United States, an Amish farmer, his farm was raided by a SWAT team the last week because he was selling meat, cows and deer and so on, that he had but he was processed everything, and everyone that bought it was members of a private food club. So he was under the law. He was still really following it, but that happened now here. The Dutch government, I believe, they opened fire on peaceful farmer protesters. So we're living in this crazy, crazy time, and the shortages haven't even really hit bad yet. So I think when they do, we're going to see real uses for crypto. I think the only way we're going to be able to live, and not have to kind of, it's like be Oliver from Oliver Twist and go to the government like, can I have some more, please? Whatever you're going to give me. If we're going to have any kind of sovereignty, we're going to have to use crypto, and everyone's going to have to get it. What do you think there, Darko?
So unless you are growing genetically modified crops, it will be illegal for you to grow your own food organically. Interesting. That's what the world's coming to.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to try to put restrictions on even growing your own stuff. I have a black thumb, dude. I can't grow anything. I mean, nothing. I buy a plant, it dies. Anything. But I'm trying to grow stuff now. And I'm trying to grow potatoes, onions, and some herbs. Because I don't think I can screw up potatoes and onions because they're like root things.
Oh, well, onions are a little bit tricky. I did try that last year. And the thing is, because what they sell, when they sell you the seeds, you never really know what exactly you're going to get. And I tried the onion thing, and then I realized, all right, they've called this onion a different name of onion that I haven't really seen before. And then when they were growing, I didn't know when the hell to pick them. And I just left them, and they grew and they died. So onions are a bit funny. But I can't remember what it was called, but it was a different type of onion name. And they were really small, like that big. I was expecting some big mamas, but no, they were really small. Watermelons are extremely difficult to grow.
Really?
I thought I was doing well with the watermelons because they're creepers.
I was hoping to do some melons, man.
They're hard. They would start growing this big, and then all of them would just die. And it grew from seedling to about nearly 2 meters long, the plant. So it had lots of little watermelons starting to grow. But for some reason, they just die when they get to a certain size, like this little. And I was really excited about the watermelons. But the best one for me, the most resilient plant, is chilies. They're awesome to grow. And capsicums, they're awesome as well.
Well, I'm going to try potatoes and onions. I'm part Irish, so hopefully that'll carry me through, and I won't kill them. But I think everyone. I think if you can, you should do that. But we're really starting to see this stuff that we've been talking about for years and years, aren't we, Darko? With what governments are doing, what the banks are doing, we're starting to legitimately see the need for crypto, not what it could be used for, what it should be used for, but we're seeing like, oh man, we can't do this. We can't help these people. We can't send money here. We can't do what we want to do without using crypto. It's blew my mind that it's actually happening.
It is happening. It is. Steve in the live chat box in the Huobi app is saying, at least where he lives, if you don't have money, you can't go even around the corner. I think what Steve's implying is that life is really expensive, so expensive that you can't even leave the house unless you've got money.
And also gas. Gas is so expensive. Here it's going on triple what it was like a year ago.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And it's it's cheaper where I am in Texas than it is in most other places in the country. We look at like Europe and other places. It looks like it's about the same, and y'all pay for liters. We buy it by gallons, so our pricing is 4 liters worth of gas.
Oh wow!
So I don't know how you guys can pay that, but I think that people are starting to see that the truth about decentralization, the truth about peer-to-peer, and why these things are so important. And they're not listening really to the media, whether it's social media or like news or mainstream media or government agencies, because they know they're all putting out crap. Everybody knows they are. It's all meant to kind of control you and push you in a certain direction and to push a certain narrative. And they've admitted that. They admit that they are the ones that want to tell you what to think and want to tell people what to think.
And I think that the dangerous, edges here are that he's trying to undermine the media, trying to make up his own facts. And it could be that while unemployment and the economy worsens, he could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job.
Yeah, if you look at the issue.
And that is our job. I love that clip, man. That is it's just so blatant. But
nice.
We're starting to see why decentralization and why crypto is so important, and it's just starting. We're seeing now the need for real money, for God's money, for gold, silver, water. All these things are land, real estate. Real assets, are becoming so important. And then also the decentralization to where people can't get to what you own and they can't take it from you, and you don't have to go through a third party and trust them. That trustlessness is what's so important.
Well, I've got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So earlier this week, the U.S. Federal Reserve raised the interest rate again. And after we saw that news come out, crypto went up. Bitcoin exploded. ETH exploded. The whole market went up. So this is something a lot of people weren't expecting to happen. But some, like myself, I knew it would happen at some point one day in the future. I just didn't know how soon or when it would happen. And this is what I mean when I say when Bitcoin and crypto itself will truly show its resilience when that moment comes. So what's your take on that? So interest rates go up again, and instead of the markets going down, all of a sudden, bam, we're back. The bulls are back.
Yeah, I think this is something that we before I talk about that, I want to tell everybody that we'll be doing a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway on the either the crypto meme review or the crypto lunch break. So what you need to do is go to my YouTube channel.
Satoshi Sean on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some water while you explain that. I'm going to get some water. I'll come back. Yep.
I'll tell everyone. Okay. So here is my channel. It's actually me on my channel. There goes Darko again. So, okay, here we go. I got to stop this. How do I? Oh, yeah, I got to go here. Hold on one sec. All right. Skip the trial. So go to Satoshi Sean. My channel looks like this. And then go to this run right here, this Truth Tuesday, and leave a comment on that. And also subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment here, and I'm going to do use a random comment picker on all the comments, and I'm going to give away 5 Huobi tokens to the winner. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give away 10 Huobi tokens to 5 Huobi tokens to 2 different people. All you have to do is go and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment here. Also, scroll down. Crypto Tonight is right here. You can just click on that or go to Crypto Tonight on your own. But you can click there and subscribe. So I'm going to go to this video later tonight or tomorrow morning, and then I'll look at all the comments. I'll use a random comment picker, and I'll or when I do the crypto lunch break, I'll do a special giveaway on this one. So you could win 3 times. Because I'm going to do a regular giveaway, and then I'm going to do the 2 specific giveaways for this video. And then once I have the winners, I'm going to check them with Darko to make sure that they've subscribed to his channel as well. And as long as you've subscribed to both our channels, you can win the money. And then we'll go to your about page, like right here on your channel, and put in your Huobi, your address, either on the Huobi app, and I can send you your tokens right there immediately. So remember, like or go comment on that video and subscribe to our channels, and you could win yourself some money.
Very nice, very nice. And a quick shout out to Solomon in the live chat box in the Huobi Global app, who's saying, "Hi, Darko." Shout out to you, my friend. And Jeddah is asking, "Hi, please share some profit hints."
I hope you guys took some profits. I did before we started the stream. With everything that went up, Bitcoin Cash went up like a ton. It went up a lot. What?
Bitcoin Cash. Why do we need Bitcoin Cash? Why? Why does the world need Bitcoin Cash?
We need Bitcoin Cash because it's cash. It's cheap and fast. No matter what Bitcoin, ETH, you and I both know, can go up to ridiculous amounts of money for gas. Bitcoin can go up to high amounts, ridiculous, but it can go up to very high amounts, but it can be super slow. Bitcoin Cash is used for cash, especially, and they're doing a lot, especially in Asia and the Caribbean, but they're not trying to push it like as an investment or anything. They're trying to push it to use for money, which is kind of what we've been talking about. Now, what do I think about what you're asking about, how that went up? We had a big education, in the past 2 years. At what we forget about this a lot, but we're part of history. Cryptocurrency is a brand new asset class. This hasn't happened in our lifetimes. It hasn't happened really in our parents' lifetime, maybe like our grandparents, but really more our great grandparents. Not since oil. The discovery of crude oil has a brand new, totally new asset, come about. So we have to think back to like the early 1900s to 1800s, how this was all going about. And even then, there was already an infrastructure in place when it came to assets. There's no infrastructure in place for digital gold, digital money. But this is all brand new, and everyone said it's so different. Doesn't matter if the stock market crashed. Doesn't matter if whatever happens. Crypto is its own thing, and we saw when the stock market crashed at the beginning of everybody getting locked away and losing their jobs and all that. It went down just like everyone else. The airline industry was going to collapse, and it had to have government bailouts. the thing that, like you were talking about, how it's rebounded and the bulls are back. Crypto has rebounded every time we've had a crash, along with the traditional markets, but there's been no government bailouts. There's been no help from any kind of, entity. It's been it's a true market, true free market.
Is the construction industry collapsing in your part of the world?
It's just starting to, because the housing market has went up so much, and that's a whole other thing. It's more there. The whole thing about the Schwab and you'll own nothing and be happy. All going back to when everything was shut down and when they did all these stimulus packages that we talked about at the time, it was trillions of dollars, and only like 10% of it went to people, or less in some cases. All of that money went to certain parties. All of those parties created a war chest, and they're buying up everything now. They have all that money. It's still there. They got it. There's like 3 companies in the United States that are buying all of the housing. They've inflated prices. That's why millennials can't afford to buy a house. That's why people are living in tent cities. That's why there's homeless, because everything is so expensive. But the bubble is going to pop. But you know what? When it pops and everything drops, it doesn't really matter, because all these people, these slimy entities, they got all that money from the government from bailouts. It's all engineered.
Yeah.
But it's coming to we had the car market is popping really hard here. It was hard to buy a car. They were way more expensive. Even used cars were going up way higher than they had been. There was a shortage of cars. Car lots were didn't have cars to sell, and now it's starting to fall apart. I'm actually looking at buying a new truck now.
Oh wow!
So that's how it goes. It's cars, luxuries. Netflix just had all the streaming services had record amounts of people cancel service.
Me.
See, this is coming because people are having to make decisions of, things are so tight. We can't afford this. We can't afford that.
Oh, it's not just that, bro. It's like Netflix, for example. I watched 2 movies in 12 months because everything was crap on Netflix, and I decided to get rid of it. And at the time I got rid of it, I saw in the news 30 million people have now left Netflix. And after that news came out, there was another news article saying because so many people have left Netflix had decided to start pulling off some movies and shows off their platform. I'm thinking that is the most stupid thing they could do. So that's going to encourage more people to leave Netflix if they start taking down content. They should be
also
putting more
there's
content.
so many. Another thing that hurt Netflix because there's so many private streaming companies, or like CBS or Paramount. There's Apple TV. A lot of these new companies, they were all on Netflix. So all the Star Trek got pulled off of Netflix. The Office, Friends, so many. You just went to Netflix for everything, and now they're having to produce, their own content, which they're producing some pretty good content. Actually, I watched The Gray Man. Watched it for family night on Wednesday. It was a good movie, man. They have really big names, that are making movies. But people are starting to make decisions and starting to come out of it, starting to cancel it. So it's usually the auto industry, which has popped. Then it's the real estate industry, and then we're looking at a huge crash. We now have inflation, and they're trying to do their doublespeak. They're trying to change the word and what inflation is. We're talking about the low income in America. Everyone was really angry because you could be in the military, and you could be not just a private, but you could be an E4 or a specialist in the military, and you are still at the poverty level in your pay. So everyone's like, this is a travesty. A person that's been in the military for a few years shouldn't be paid so little that they're at the poverty level. So you would think that they would start paying them more. But what the government did is they lowered or they raised what the poverty level was or lowered it. So now they still made the same amount of money, but they were above the poverty line because the poverty line was lowered. And it actually means that they didn't qualify for like government services anymore because they weren't below the poverty line.
Man. Absolute dogs.
It's all just what looks good on paper and what you can say in a soundbite. That's why governments are terrible.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think what's coming is we're going to see how important cryptocurrency and decentralization is, and we're starting to see, the collapse of fiat currency, because fiat currency, it's literally not backed by anything except for violence. The only thing that backs it is that if you don't take it, an army will come and either go to your country and mess with you, or even if you're in your own country, if you're like, I'm not going to take this, if it's legal tender, you have to take it, or some police will come and make you, or they'll shut down your business.
So due to fractional reserve banking and the Fed just printing up money, the system's going to collapse. Is that correct?
That is correct.
It seems like fiat money is just backed by violence. Is there any way to fix the current crooked system?
No.
So cryptocurrency gives sovereignty of money back to people and takes the power away from governments and central banks.
It does.
Nice.
Can't argue that, man.
Nice. In the live chat in the Huobi app, we have, what was it, Jeddah? I saw a question from Jeddah. Jeddah is asking, share some hidden gem coin. Well, we can't do that here on Huobi Live, but we do that on YouTube. Crypto Tonight, Gem Hunts, subscribe. You won't miss the next one.
Yeah, why can't we do it now? We're not supposed to?
No.
Yeah, you should go check us out. I'm doing an interview this week with one that's, I think it's up 600%. Which I was going to talk to you about that, Darko. See if you wanted to talk to them. I think it's going to be the next big thing in crypto in general. But I guess that's all we can say because we have to.
Shut up!
Okay. All right.
Nice.
And the great Kazoo is here.
So what's your expectation for the following new week, Sean, next week? Do you think we're going to see stabilization across the board, across the market? Do you think we'll continue to see a rise, or is it a dead cat bounce?
I think we're going to have a pullback. I think it's starting now. Like I said, I took profit before we started the stream. Just because it was so fast. It was such a huge pump. I think people are going to start taking out. I think it'll be a little bit of a domino effect. I think it'll go back up a little bit and we'll stabilize next week. But I still have a good outlook for the rest of the year. I still think we're going to end the year well.
I haven't seen Bitcoin.
Going along with what we were talking about, though, I think that as things get worse on the world stage, I think crypto will gain a huge amount of adoption, and as more people come in and it starts to actually be used, I think prices are going to go up. But
yay!
I do think we're going to see a little bit of a decoupling, because I think things are going to get really bad for traditional markets. I think things are going to get really bad for as far as inflation across the board, across the world, because you have a battle going on now, which is just starting between different countries. You have the BRICS nations, you have Iran, and Russia and China, which are, China and Russia are talking about coming out of their own reserve currency, threatens the U.S. dollar and the euro. I think you're going to see the BRICS nations go along with them, and when that happens, it's a war, man. It's a fiat war, which fiat's backed by nothing. There's nothing for it to stand on. But when it comes to honesty, when it comes to real wealth, China and Russia have been buying up gold for the last 10 decades, and most Western countries have been selling it. I think personally, we're going to see a huge resurgence of precious metals in North America. I think Mexico is going to explode. I think it's going to become a much bigger world player when it comes to the country and the wealth that's there in silver, especially. Same with Canada. I think we're going to see kind of a new gold rush, but I think it's going to be gold and silver.
And Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is going to be the Bitcoin's going to be the new way to transact across borders, because you can't send a couple tons of silver, or even like a pound or a couple pounds of silver is tough to send someone. If I wanted to send you like 2 kilos of silver, which that's a pain in the butt, it's much easier for me to utilize cryptocurrency to send that to you over there. And you're also, to send stuff like that, you can't trust all the points of failure along the way. I remember we had a meeting, and this one guy was Greek, and we were talking about mailing something. He's like, "Oh, there's no way you can mail it to me." He goes, "I'm just being honest. Someone in the postal service will steal whatever you send us." He's like, "We have to do it. Have to do it this way, or you have to send it like Federal Express or DHL or something. It has to be, like tracked all along the way." So there's, and that's when citizens feel that way, about their when the trust is gone. It's like I said, another reason why people are seeing why cryptocurrency is so important.
I agree. What does everybody think in the live chat box? Please let us know your comments. And if you have any questions, now is the time, because we are heading towards a wrap very shortly. We've been going for almost an hour, Sean.
Yeah, we have been. It went pretty quick because I've been yapping my gums away here, man. But please make sure you hit the like button. Everyone, when you go to my video and Darko's, please hit the like button. YouTube, we noticed this on the World Blockchain Roundtable. We looked and it said there was one person watching. And then everyone in the chat's like, it's telling me there's only one person watching. And then when we started talking about it, all of a sudden YouTube changed and a bunch of people, the views went up. Right now, there's nobody watching. And I have Rekazoo, good evening. 46bitcoin.x, hello. There's obviously people here in the chat, and it says that there's 0 people watching on the live stream.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
We got 4,100. We got 4141. Just cool numbers whenever I look, man. It was 3333 when we started, and we got 4141 in here now.
Yeah. So for the people who joined late in the stream, do you want to mention the contest one more time for the people who missed it earlier?
Sure.
Yep.
We're doing a giveaway. All you have to do is anytime until I do my next video for the crypto lunch break, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away 2 giveaways of 5 Huobi 5 HT tokens to 2 people. All you have to do is go to my channel, which, here we go. I'm trying to bring it up. Right here, go to my channel, Satoshi Sean, right there, and go to this Truth Tuesday, the last one. Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. You got to make sure you subscribe. And then after you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, I use a random comment picker to pick the winners. Go down here and you can see where it says Crypto Tonight, or you just go to Crypto Tonight and subscribe to his channel. And then I'll verify the winners that you've subscribed to his channel with him.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You will win yourself some money.
Woohoo! Nice.
But make sure that you subscribe and like and leave that comment so we can do it. Also, I give away crypto every week, so you can go comment on past videos, and those are all in the regular giveaway. So there's technically 3 giveaways.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 416 it is. It's like the best YouTubers are shadow banned.
Yes, I agree. The best YouTubers are shadow banned, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, JDO said you got one person watching, so it's obvious, man. It really is.
We know what's going on.
When we talk about it, it seems to get fixed. And it is true. That is things that me and Darko both drop a lot of truth bombs, man. So I said, I think we're starting to see everything that we've talked about as far as the importance of decentralization and peer-to-peer, why it's so important. I mean, we've talked about it over the past few years for P2P lending and P2P this and the kind of the money-making aspect of it. But I think we're starting to see the real necessity of why it was so important, because we're seeing these legacy systems start to crumble. And when they do crumble, all we have is each other. And that's I think we're going to be good. Something I keep telling people is to be prepared and to not be scared. As long as you're prepared, there's no reason to be scared. If you're ready, if you've got yourself some crypto, you have yourself some precious metals, you have, things in place of where you can get food when there's shortages. There's no reason to be scared.
What I say to people is be alert but not alarmed. That's what I tell people. Similar to what you said.
Yeah. Be alert. And I mean, there's certain. I mean, you a lot of countries you can't buy. My favorite precious metal is the lead, but
oh, good.
I have plenty of lead.
Wow.
And a machine gun.
JDO has a question for you in the live chat. Specifically to you.
Awesome. Well, I would use a decentralized wallet like Monarch, even Exodus, which is, now they went public. But if you didn't buy stock, the actual stock, you're not KYC'd or anything. You've got MetaMask. You've got so many ways to, just simple ways that even on your phone, and you can hold your own keys, not your keys, not your crypto. Now that we've seen that with Celsius, I know that we're on the Huobi app, but exchanges are important for exchanging
on ramping.
Yeah, on ramping and for utilizing part of the ecosystem, but you've got to be in control and have sovereignty over your money. Make sure that if you're not using it to make money or exchange money, then you have it in your pocket. And JDO, I think that's what we're starting to see, is that you have to connect with that person and not connect with an entity and ask them to, hold your money and to gather your money. You need to do it. And there's also decentralized crowdfunding things popping up because there's such a need for it. And I hope that we take advantage of it. There was BitChute, there was and there is Odyssey. There's decentralized YouTube alternatives, and they haven't done well.
No,
true, they're not, as good. But
look, people keep saying we need a decentralized platform for crypto streams. Yeah, they keep saying it. They get it. They don't use it. Why don't they use them? Because they're not popular enough. So they stick to YouTube.
And it's a circular argument, and it comes back to what we talked about, just like John used to say, John McAfee. You've got to use it, man. You've got to use it. You don't just get it and let it sit. you need to use it. So we can complain about it, but we as me and Darko, we should have done more over the past. I don't even have.
We've done so much already.
We should have been pushing that hardcore, man. It's like, hey, go use this, go use this. We should use that instead of Patreon. Patreon's ripping people off. They're not giving money to people now because they're centralized. They're holding people's money.
Really?
If they don't like your content or they don't like what you're doing, they don't give it to you now. That's happened. They did that with I think the truckers. But there's been a couple instances now where they're not giving people money. We should have put out special content on those decentralized platforms, and nobody really did it. So we got to take responsibility for it ourselves as well. Ether Delta. Oh, you're going back to the old days. Yeah. Canadian government shut down Canadian exchanges from selling truckers. Yeah. Well, no. Now, one of them, they got like a cease and desist order or something. Oh, it was so hilarious. And it was the U.S. government. They sent out a letter. We want a list of like people. Anyway, they sent back a letter to the SEC. Hey, screw off. We don't know. We're decentralized, man. We don't know who people are. There's no list to give you. You can't come after us. Go jump in the lake, man. And it was awesome to read it. But that's JDO, that's what we need, decentralized alternatives, but we need to use them. And it goes back to the number go up thing, like we talked about, that builders and the smart folks, they don't like to talk about. They don't like to talk about speculation. They don't like to talk about making money. It's like dirty. It's not dirty. It's very important because if you have enough, that's what we've learned. If you have enough money, you can get elected. If you have enough money, you can get whatever that platform is that you have. You can get people on. It comes. You need money. You need it to be popular, and to succeed.
Yeah.
So, I think people need to be more supportive of decentralized alternatives. People need to talk about it. People need to utilize it. Because, I think change is coming. And I think these things need to be in place. And we're seeing how important it is, especially with this, crowdfunding. But there are a lot of things that are popping up. There's a lot of alternatives to it. There's Munch. Munch is a great project for what's it called when you help people?
Charity?
Not for charity. They're good for charity organizations, which I thought have always should be on the blockchain because there's so many charity organizations that it's like for every dollar, only 20 cents of it goes to to what it actually is going to go for.
Yeah.
Spends a not for profit and nonprofit. It doesn't mean it all goes to help people. You can spend a lot of money, and send everyone to, we all need to go to retreats to the Caribbean, 3 times a year. And I need to have a company car. Everyone needs to have a company car, janitor, 2 company cars for you. There's so much ways that you can blow that money. And it's not illegal. That's another thing is that we're looking at systems that have been in place and are designed to be ambiguous and to not be transparent and to and are set up to not help the P2P. It's not that's it's perfection, man. It's getting back to that person to person decentralization and taking out that third person middleman.
Yeah.
And fourth person and so on and so forth. At best, they're going to take some of money away. It's going to cost you more. At worst, they're going to take most of it. So no matter what, P2P is always going to be the best. P2P and some intelligence. Because the thing is, you have to be buyer beware. You have to know where you're sending your money. You have to be Bitcoin
Diligent.
What's up, dude? Yeah, you have to do your due diligence. I just got a notification. Bitcoin's up 5%. Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll have a look here. Let's see.
Yeah, we're going to start off. I was going to have you talk about the market before we got into all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Bitcoin just broke through the $24,000 line again, which is nice.
Very nice. I don't mind $25,000 Bitcoin. I wouldn't be sad about that for a couple of weeks, man.
Well, the 24-hour trading volume across the globe is just above $154 billion, with the whole crypto market up by 3.9% in the last 24-hour window. So that's pretty decent. I mean, it's not the best trading volume, but it's pretty decent compared to the last several weeks of 60 billion, 70 billion. We're now just above $154 billion, which is pretty sweet. It's a good sign. Really good sign.
All right. Well, it was good hanging out with you. It was good hanging out with all y'all. We're close to 5,000 viewers, but we didn't get it on the Huobi app.
Oh, maybe in the replays.
Yeah, this is going to be up replaying on our channels, so you can check it out on Crypto Tonight or on. You know what? You can comment on the last one, the Truth Tuesday, on my or on today's video when it goes. It's going to go live. It should go live right away, but sometimes YouTube, it can take a couple hours. But I'll go ahead and do the. I'll go ahead and do the random comment picker on both those videos, so you have a double chance of winning. All right.
Nice. Very good. So, Sean, same time, same place next week.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. It was, like I said, great hanging out with you guys. I can't play this or else it's going to. There's a song. I love this freaking. I got to get a better video to end on. Because, yeah. It's this. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm going to play it.
Has it got copyright stuff on it?
It's good hanging out with you.
Does it have copyright stuff on it?
Yeah, I got a copyright claim.
It's going to affect me too.